What bike to buy in 2014? Is Herlings the best in the world? And the 13 rider battle for the AMA 450 national title? We'll be talking about all this and more in episode number 2 of The Plug. Last week Yamaha launched their 2014 models. More specifically, they launched their revolutionary YZ250F. Why is the 2014 YZ250F revolutionary? Well, it's followed in the footsteps of its big brother, the YZ450F, in the form of the rearward leaning cylinder. To you and me, the backwards facing engine. Well, if you look at the Raven magazine reviews and tests of the YZ450F from a couple of years back, you'd be right in thinking that the rearward facing engine is the best thing since sliced bread. However, if you look at the reviews and tests of the essentially the same bike today, and you combine that with the results of the bike in the professional ranks, you'd be right in thinking that it maybe isn't the best thing since sliced bread. Don't get me wrong, Yamaha have probably been working their arses off trying to get this right. Personally, I'm not quite sold. Yamaha have made even more changes on their 250F, such as fuel injection. The YZ250F is the last of the big manufactured 250s to be injected with fuel, which should make things interesting next year. And there's more changes. Some could be seen as questionable. For example, the air filter is no longer placed beneath the seat in an air filter type position. The air filter is in fact in the fuel tank, and the fuel tank isn't actually placed in a fuel tank type position, it's actually placed beneath the seat. So the air filter and the fuel tank have kind of swapped places. Change, development and innovation, all well and good, but dude, I don't want to take my seat off every time I run out of juice. What do you think of the new YZ250F? Would you buy one? I think I'd personally leave it for a year and let other people be the guinea pigs. See if it works for them, if it works for everyone, if it has any problems, see if Yamaha can iron out said problems, if there is any. And then I'd maybe think about it at the end of 2014. Josh Grant, Chad Reed, Justin Brayton, Dean Wilson, Jake Weimer, Tyler Rattray, Michael Essing, Andrew Shaw, Justin Barsha, Trey Kennard, James Stewart, Ryan Dungey, Ryan Villapoto. 13 riders that have won on the professional level. 13 riders that should be fighting for the win. 13 riders that should be at least fighting for podium positions. The 2013 450 AMA Outdoor National class is going to be the deepest ever, right? The strongest ever, right? Right? The racing is going to be insane, right? With no AMA racing this weekend, let's take a step back and have a look at the championship so far and compare it to our expectations coming into the series. Coming into the season, I'm pretty sure that we all thought, probably more accurately, we hoped and wished that this was going to be the strongest 450 field ever. Out of 13 riders that could win, there's only 2 that actually are winning. And realistically, I can only see 2 more names being added to that list this season. James Stewart, if he rides like the demon we all know he can be, and Justin Barsha, if he can tame the wild child in him. In him? Sounds a bit dirty. I mean, within him. Not in him. Definitely not in him. On paper, yeah, this is the most packed out field ever. But in reality, kind of isn't. Actually, it might be the deepest field ever, fighting for like a 3rd or a 4th place. But in my opinion, there's only a very, very, very small amount of riders that can fight for wins and overalls. This isn't the first time we've seen this. Just look at the GPs. That class is stacked. There's only like 2 riders who can challenge Cairoli. Or even look at the reign of RC's domination. I'm sure that field was stacked too, of people fighting for 2nd place. There was just no one with the talent or speed of Carmichael. A situation that is ever so present in today's MX2 class. Guess who won the MX2 class at GP of Italy this weekend? Oh, who could it be? Huh. Was it Russian daredevil madman Alexander Tonkov? No, he didn't even want to finish the first moto on Sunday. Actually, Herlings dominated yet again. Yeah, that same guy who watched the show last week and retweeted. Just saying. Yeah, that's right. My man Jeffrey Herlings won again. And after his crash last week, you gotta be thinking that he's not feeling 100%. But that didn't stop him storming to another 1-1 victory, what seemed to me with lots of ease and little effort. No disrespect to the other riders on the MX2 lineup. They all haul ass on a dirt bike. But like in the days of Carmichael, there's just no one to challenge Herlings at the moment. So this raises a few questions. Firstly, is Jeffrey Herlings the best 250 motocross rider on the planet? Disregarding the probably 80% Herlings that we saw on the weekend, some of the performances he's put in this year have led me to believe that, yes, Herlings may well be the best 250 rider on the planet. Could he go over to the US now and kick ass like he does in the GPs? Probably not. Could he go over to America and grab wins and be a title contender? Hell yeah! This leads on to my next question. What should Herlings do next season? Currently there's a rule in GP saying that an MX2 rider can only defend their crown once, meaning that Herlings will be forced to move up to the MX1 next year if he wins, but that's kind of a given at the moment, isn't it? No one's going to beat him. But there are talks of this rule being changed, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. However, Herlings has openly said that he feels too young for MX1, which could result in a move to the US to race 250s. So he has a choice: either stay in Europe for MX1 and race championship winning machine that is Antonio Cairoli, or go across the pond and race the best they have over there. Either way, I'm super excited to see what happens. What would you prefer to see? MX1 Herlings or AMA Herlings? Use the comment section below to let me know.